How are we doing on this? 23 of 80. You guys are still supposed to be getting the stone. Would you like a closer storage pile? Here, have one. Why, there's firewood in that one? I don't know. Somebody will take it home with them. While they're working, these, I did get mods that give smaller, that behave sort of like markets. They do the general store and the farm stand. Good for when you have like a single house out in something that's really remote down here. But one thing I found out is it really is mainly for houses. And even then, it'll only go get food and tools and clothes. It won't get firewood. So I ended up with like swaths of houses without heat, which wasn't particularly helpful. And I'm not sure if it's something I set up. There wasn't really much set up to it. Or if it's the way the mod is done. I don't know. So I've got it. Oh, I thought I'd already told them to get all that. Now they will. Possibly. People are going to start wearing out their tools here soon. So it's probably good to start doing that. I'm going to do that down here. Houses can't be built on too steep of a hill, obviously. This has its foundation, so it has all of its supplies now, and the builders just need to do their business. And not a lot is going to get done down here because people, especially in the winter, as it gets colder, they'll get somewhere around here and they'll get cold and they'll turn around and go home. And honestly, I don't blame them. I don't like the cold. Oh my gosh, hurry up. Alright, we are going to selectively cut now. In the ground, these are, I think, onions and stuff. But if you tell your workers to clear them out, they'll clear them out and like toss them. So you don't actually get any food from it. There's probably a mod that makes people actually collect them as supplies and take them somewhere so that people can actually have some food. But I don't have that one and I haven't tried it. I only recently found out that they don't do that. They just toss it. Like, guys, do better. And I might even be mistaken in that. So we're in, like, year 3 so far. That's not bad. Haven't had a ton of deaths. I've got tools starting to break, so it's probably a good idea to oh, something's full. Produced goods. It's probably the cart up there. So now that tools are starting to break, I need to put this in. Ideally, I'd put these near a market, but I haven't built it, and I probably won't run with this. But actually, let's look at a town that is actually better established than all this. Let's stop running so fast. Let's go look at another town. Okay, so this is what I was working on. This is a finished trading post. It is currently stocked with fish and beef and wool and some mod stuff. Tells you their value. Meat is definitely worth more. Produced goods, coats and stuff, those are worth even more, but seeing as I don't have a lot of coats, I don't want to trade them. This is all the stuff that I have. Why are you dying? Why are you starving? There's like 5,000 foods. This is where the markets come in. People don't have food in their house. They only eat at home. I've had people die and just drop their stuff that they were carrying. I'm like, guys, do better. So you can choose how much to stock, and like the market, these guys that work here will go wherever they have to go to, I like so many starving people. What? Oh, I don't even know. So I've brought you to a town where everything's going wrong. I've hit this like critical mass. I'm trying to get back to where I was. I've hit this critical mass of the size is getting to where I can't manage it, or I'm realizing bad management of planning and building. This town buys stone, which is why it's all right here. Fields are here. You can lay them out. Where do you want to put a field? I have 3 foresters in here, all keeping this nice and green, and I have stuck gatherers in here as well because the abundance of trees gives a lot of that. So here's where my cold, miserable people are. It's like I walked away from this thing at the wrong time. It's a very likely thing. Alright. Hey, the rain stopped! Yay, thank you. This is... here we go. Let's stick a field in randomly here out in the middle of nowhere just to show how they work. First of all, you can't put them in by the road. Put them on top of a road. Max size 15 by 15. People have done so much counting and numbers research as far as what is most effective, what sizes is most efficient, for how many people that it takes to do it, and it's nuts. And according to them, this is the most efficient, block by block. So people will scuttle out and do this. I have a sick person. They'll go to some market and gather some herbs, and then they'll either go to the herbalist or they'll go to the doctor. There we go. To the hospital, where they will, you know, get better, or they'll die. It's all possibilities. I have homeless people. Yeah, I know, I was doing that other thing and I made it seem real easy, right? Yeah, I know. Let's come over here where, oh, this part of town has trouble getting food even though they're surrounded by food. Oh yeah, these people are all sick and they won't go get healed. Oh yeah, these guys won't go get warm. Thanks guys, all of you. Been slowly expanding outward, and as much as I said I did have a farm stand here, it got replaced by a market so that this guy would actually cut wood, and these houses are slowly, these guys were all like snowflakes everywhere, and not even the special snowflakes. Stop dying. If I have at all enticed anybody to want to see a series on this, please comment below and request it, because everything goes wrong, and I will totally keep playing this and actually record it. Okay, so, farm, field here that somebody will slowly, eventually come out and deal with, and that's at least how that's built. It will clear, and then it'll look like these, although these are mountain fields. The mountain fields, they grow a little bit slower than the regular fields, and they have extra things, and I don't know what that means, but they'll grow a little bit more slowly, so you kind of pay for it. And sometimes if the hill's too steep, the people won't plant on it anyway. Orchards can also be 15 by 15, but for reasons of some people on the internet did numbers, 4 by 15 apparently cranks out the supplies. The field. Let's speed up since everybody's just gonna, you know, starve until they stop. This will be cleared, and then no further preparation needs to be done. It's much the same for an orchard. It just needs to be planted. Once it's cleared, I'll be able to choose what type of crop will go in. A la this thing. It does a drop down. I've collected a bunch of stuff through trade. It would have been so cool. They initially planned on having, like, crop rotation be a thing, so that you couldn't plant things the same thing every year or it would not produce as much, but it didn't make it into the final game for some reason. That would be amazing. And frustrating.